It was because it was open casket. He wasn't. The Tall Diva said, I think the mother sent the child out there to do that live. Your little girl is only 16 years old.
And she need to be staying out of grown. When you 16, when I was 16 back in the day, you stayed out of grown folk business.
Well, she said her mom getting hateful comments. He passed away, over 2 years ago? And they sick of it. They getting hateful comments. And they need to set the record straight.
When you 16, you need to stay out of grown folk business. That's just a Gen X point of view.
Stay in a child's place.
You need to stay in a child's place when you're 16. And that's just from a Gen X point of view. You need to stay out of grown folk business and go in your room.
Wow, let's see. Ebony said, others are different for sure. My mom passed away in October and my son's girlfriend has yet to personally give me condolences. Oh, well, our condolences to you, Ebony.
Yes, Ebony.
Yeah. Is that just the way some people are raised?
Some people just not raised. Some people just not raised right. People aren't teaching. We were at the movie theater, and it was 2 kids. Remember, running through the movies.
Yes.
They may have been maybe 6 and 7, and when I tell you they was jetting from the front of the movie theater to the back, just running, no parents nowhere. And I'm thinking to myself, who raising these children? There's no way I would let my child run wild through a movie theater. People going in and out of the bathrooms. People going in and out of the movies. I mean, they just making a whole beeline through the whole movie theater, running full speed.
They had to be maybe 5 and 7.
Yes, and I'm saying, where are they parents at? The parents was sitting up at the bar.
They was pepper children. They was this kind of children.
Yeah, they was this kind. And I'm like, where is they mama?
Just running up and down.
And then I saw them sitting at the bar having a drink.
So we was in a movie theater. If y'all know Silver Spot Cinema in Atlanta, it's at the Battery. You know how inside of the movie theater they have like a bar.
Yes.
So you can sit at the bar, have small bites. It's a nice vibe. And as you are walking further into the theater, that's where the actual theaters are once you walk further back. So the parents were at the bar, kicking it, drinking, and their children were in the back by the movie theaters, just running back and forth. So God forbid, if somebody wanted to take those babies or do anything, their parents were all the way at the front of the building. Their children was all the way at the back, running back and forth. They wouldn't have even been able to interfere to protect their children. They just let their babies go off and run.
People don't raise their children nowadays. I see children out doing all kind of stuff. Back in the day, my mama and my aunts and my grandmama, all they had to do was look at us.
Give us stare.
Yes.
Stare you down.
And the same way with Samantha. All I had to do was just look at her.
You would pinch me sometimes.
Don't tell nobody.
I'm ready to tell my story, y'all. I'm ready to tell my story, y'all. Let's talk about it. My book's slated to come out later this year, y'all. I'm ready to tell my story, damn it. She pinched me and told me she was going to beat my...
And I did. I would tell
I'm ready to talk about it, y'all. I'm ready to talk about it.
Get in here and you show your behind. Get over here. Be acting like that while we out here.
I'm ready to talk about it.
And that's all I would have to say. And she would be straight. And sometimes she would do that little, you know how they do that. And I had to get her because I couldn't really, give her a pow out in public. So I would and tell her to get it together. You need to get your stuff together. But nowadays, people don't do that with their children. There's no correction. None.
Queen Lily said, Queen Sammy, I'm sure you were mouthy like I was. Perhaps, but still.
Yes. She had it bad with this jerking back when I would tell her, girl, come on and stop it. and she would jerk back, so I would probably have to